Howdy guys, this is Danny from Danny Aquatics coming to you from the fish room. Just a quick update on some of the things that I've been doing in here to kind of minimize and maybe make it more efficient. This is the 550 gallon aquarium. This one is doing really swell. I did all the water changes on all the aquariums like I do on Thursdays now. And that way I have the rest of the week off and all I got to do is just to maintain and feed these guys. But they're doing swell. Alrighty, let's move on and let's check out this other aquarium. This is the 330 gallon aquarium. Let me turn these lights off. Where's the switch? Might make a big difference. Oh yeah. Now we're just getting the glare off the aquarium light. But this 330 gallon aquarium is just superb most of the time. So it's getting to where it's basically maintenance free, just like the one we have inside the bedroom, the 150. So, and the 550, the 330, and the 450 are basically just South American, Central American cichlids, and they're doing swell. So, let me turn this light off too, because I get a lot of reflection off of that. And this is my large 275 gallon DIY plywood aquarium. This aquarium was actually an aquarium that was a 265 gallon aquarium. I can't remember who the maker was, but I went and bought it from a gentleman in Houston. And this aquarium, I could not seal it. I had 4 attempts and it just kept leaking in the same spot. So I finally started looking at the outside plastic framing on the lower side, and it had about a 2-foot crack on the metal frame, and I said there's no way, that's not going to be no way to seal that off because it keeps pushing out with the pressure. So I said, you know what, I'm going to keep the front and back glass that were pretty decent, and I had the 2 side pieces saved, and then we had a stranger's pet running around here, a big dog, and he knocked them over and both of them shattered, so I wasn't able to save the 2 side pieces. And the bottom piece I have no use for, not unless I was going to build a whole entire new aquarium. But I have the back glass and it's in pretty decent shape as well, so if I needed to I could build another 275 gallon aquarium just like this one. And basically they're 8 feet. The glass was 7 foot, so I left a little bit on each side to make it 8 feet long. And this is all mostly haps, South African haps, and these guys are doing swell. And should be 99% male. I think there's one, maybe the giraffes might be females, but mostly everything that I ordered, I had about 4 orders that I placed, and these were all haps. African hap cichlids, so I kind of wanted to do that. I got rid of all the OB that I had. I mean, well, I didn't get rid of them. I lost the whole tank by my mistake. I forgot to add the Safe by Seachem, and I mean that's the only thing I could figure out that I had forgotten to do. Because how do you lose the whole tank while during a water change? So. Alrighty, well let's look at some of the stuff we're doing back here and check it out. As you can tell, there's nothing here anymore. I got rid of all these small aquarium stuff here. I got these here just out of the way for now. These are 2 20 gallon tanks. And I can't focus here. There we go. And it makes it a lot easier to walk through here. And this is where I put the 120 rack. And that's about the only ones I'm going to be keeping. Is these? Well, actually, the top one is a 29, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that top one is a 29 gallon. I call it a 30 gallon tank, but it's a 29 gallon. And then I have a 20 gallon underneath. So I have a 29 and 2 20s. Those are my smallest tanks. The other 20 gallon tank that I have is going to be my figure 8 puffers. This is a little 20 gallon tank. More likely this might be coming out of here eventually, and I'm going to put it over here next to this other rack and clear this space up. but it'll lay next here to this one here. But other than that, here is the 65 gallon of convicts, striped gray and black convicts, and they're doing swell. This is my albino convict cichlid tank, 55 gallon tank. But as you can tell, there's such much better walk space here. Coming through here, not bumping my shoulders on the other aquariums that were there. So I'll never put aquariums in here. It's going to be mostly just kind of my ladder storage area. And those tanks are going to be going out probably to my Connex, my big storage container. Or just put them for sale on the marketplace. And here we have the 150, mostly all in Buna. And these guys are really doing swell all the time. So I couldn't tell you half the names of these guys anymore, but I know they're African cichlids. And here is my enormous 450 gallon South American tank. And this guy is doing swell. I mean, for 450 gallon tank, the only thing I had to do was make a stand for this and make the plumbing and seal it up. And this was the sister tank to the 325 gallon tank. And like I said, this tank here, I paid hardly anything for it. So it was mostly just to go pick it up. And these tanks, when you get up to 400 gallons or better, these tanks are really pricey. And they're probably $10,000 tanks, but I'm not paying that much. Alrighty guys, just a quick update on some of the moves that we've made, moving stuff around to make it a little easier to walk around in here. And kind of downsizing so I don't have to do a bunch of little tanks. I just want to do the big tanks now that I'm retired. And that's about it, guys. Y'all have a wonderful and a blessed day, and I'll catch y'all in another video. Y'all take care. All right, bye.